First and foremost, I would like to take a moment to thank my friends over at Ray Skillman Genesis in Greenwood, Indiana for allowing me to take their 2022 Genesis GV70 and review it. Their website and location are in the description box below, where you can head to their site and check out all of their new and used inventory. Please also kindly remember that I do not work for or at any dealerships, so I cannot answer if a vehicle is still available or for sale. Based on the G70 touring car from Genesis and to fill a slot below the G80-based GV80 SUV, the all-new GV70 crossover was first debuted in Seoul, South Korea on October 28, 2020 and first arrived in dealerships in early 2021. The GV70 represents a new contender in the premium compact crossover line, and with its unique styling, it is sure to draw eyes. Featuring styling cues from vehicles costing over $150,000, our $55,000 G70 represents a great bargain for the buyer. With the iconic crest grille, quad lamp headlamp design, parabolic line design feature that runs from the top of the quad lamps and elegantly along the side of the SUV, creates a dramatic contrast with the muscular rear fenders. At the rear, the GV70 features coupe-like design with thin, twin-light taillights that match the front lamps. In my eyes, the GV70 looks to be a vehicle that could be easily misidentified as a product coming from the likes of Bentley. Inside and out. Attention to detail and design, Genesis says the GV70 is inspired by the design philosophy of athletic elegance, and the GV70 features a sporty and powerful appearance. In addition to design and styling, it is also covered by the Genesis Concierge Service, which includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 3-year, 36,000 miles scheduled maintenance, complimentary service valet care, 3 years of Genesis connected services, 3 months of Sirius XM All Access Radio, and 3 years of complimentary annual multimedia and navigation updates, and lifetime complimentary traffic data via HD Plus traffic radio. Hey everyone, today we are taking a look at this brand new 2022 Genesis GV70. This is the Prestige 2.5 all-wheel drive trim. It is painted in the absolutely gorgeous Uyuni white. It is a metallic tri-coat paint. It does feature the black Obsidian sport cloth and leather interior. Full pricing is shown on screen, and a full options list breakdown is in the description box below. Make sure you check that out. Our Genesis GV70 is all-wheel drive with the rear-biased automatic full-time viscous coupling all-wheel drive system. This is coupled with driver adjustable drive mode selection and can send 100% of torque to the rear wheels if needed. While a V6 engine is available, our GV70 features the equally potent 2.5-liter turbocharged and intercooled SmartStream G dual overhead cam 16-valve inline 4-cylinder engine. This engine is of aluminum block and head construction with gasoline direct injection and a 10.5-to-1 compression ratio. It creates 300 horsepower at 5,800 RPM, 311 pound-feet of torque at 1,650 RPM. It can accelerate the GV70 from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.6 seconds. 0 to 100 miles per hour is reached at 15.5 seconds, with a quarter mile in 14 seconds at 95 miles per hour. Its top speed is limited to 150 miles per hour. All GV70s are equipped with a 17.4 US gallon fuel capacity and consume 4.5 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of around 383 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are 19 miles per gallon city, 26 miles per gallon highway, and 22 miles per gallon combined. Sadly, no manual transmission is offered, as the sole available transmission is an electronically controlled 8-speed automatic and is controlled via a gorgeous knurled control knob with a crystal center section. Manual shift capability is available via the steering wheel mounted paddles. Rear suspension is self-leveling multi-link with coil springs and gas shocks.
Taking a look at the rear of the GV70. Very, very nice looking, very aerodynamically sloped rear hatch. Got the bisected rear tail lamps here, as you can see. LED. A small side note, in addition, the Genesis GV70 has one of the coolest third brake lights I think I've ever seen on a vehicle. Kudos to Genesis for that really cool design touch. You do have the GV70 badge, the Genesis lettering, and of course four-wheel drive. Humongous dual exhaust outlets. You've also got this really nice vapor chrome trim for the window that going down here. As you can see how deeply sloped that is, looks really, really good. As we walk along the profile of the GV70, as you can see, it's very aerodynamically shaped, very striking in appearance. I love that sloping rear roof line into that rear window.
Steering is electrically assisted variable rate, vehicle speed sensitive rack and pinion with 2.5 turns lock to lock and a 37.7 foot turning radius. Wheels are the dramatically styled 21-inch dark chrome sport 5-spoke aluminum wheels shot on 255/40 R21 Michelin Primacy Touring all-season tires. Brakes are 4-wheel disc brakes with 13.6-inch ventilator rotors up front and 12.8-inch ventilator rotors in the rear. They are assisted by ABS, electronic brake force distribution, forward collision avoidance, and pedestrian detection. Front suspension is independent multi-links with McPherson struts, coil springs, and gas shocks.
Around the front of the GV70 has a striking, clean appearance to it, highlighted by that large, massive vapor chrome grille with a diamond lacing. And you've also got these bisected headlamps here, full LED headlamps, LED turn indicators, and LED driving lights. Down below you do have the brake cooler ducts, and of course you have your lower intake for the intercooler. It's all highlighted by that, as stated before, that vapor chrome. And down below you have the gloss black. This looks absolutely incredible. Very clean, uncluttered. Alright, and naturally our vehicle is equipped with remote start as standard equipment. To operate is very simple. First you need to lock the vehicle, then press and hold the remote start button on the key fob. Alright, before we get inside, let's take a quick look at the key fob. It's just a standard Genesis key fob. Nice low profile design. Fits really good in the pocket. You do have your Genesis logo here on the back, and a plethora of buttons on the front, 8 in total. Lock, unlock, hatch release, panic, remote start, front and rear park assist feature, and of course your high beams. Now you can use this to unlock and lock the vehicle, of course, but this does have smart key access, so it does have smart approach, so it's already unlocked. But to demonstrate, to lock the vehicle, this little indentation here on the door handle, you just press that. One beep will indicate locking, the mirrors will fold in, and to unlock, simply grab the handle as you would open it. 2 beeps will indicate it's unlocked and the mirrors will fold out. And here is the interior of the GV70. Probably one of the nicest interiors of a Genesis I've seen yet. Beautiful flowing lines, almost seamless. Incredibly high attention to detail, high quality of materials. You've got this really nice black leather on the door trim with this accent stitching. It goes all the way into the door trim, and you got this really nice little bisected area here with the satin silver trim, more of the stitched leather. Got this really nice satin silver accents here with the speakers, door pulls, 2 driver memory, Of course, you have power mirrors, a power fold-away feature, power locks, power windows, lockout feature. Even the inside of the door pull is textured. Got this really amazing textured aluminum finish here. More speakers for the Lexicon sound system. Molded mat pockets with bottle holders. And on the driver's side instrument panel display, as you can see, it's lit red because the door is open. But you have your auto start-stop feature, instrument panel brightness and dim, hill descent control, traction control, and just a blank panel here. Hatch release, power parking brake, leather wrap tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Down below you have your hood release, and these really nice aluminum finished pedals with the textured pads. And down here in the entry well, you have your Genesis badge here. Multi-way power seats. They are 8-way power adjustable seats. You do have this really nice thigh support here. Of course, they also have a massage feature, and you have your 4-way adjustable lumbar support, and you can actually tilt up and down where you want that to go. And speaking of the seats, take a look at them. They're actually really nicely styled. They have this leather finish with the accent stitching, and they have the sport cloth in the centers, and you also have this really nice satin aluminum. But overall, the seats are actually very comfortable, very supportive. Alright, now we're going to pan through the interior, show more details. Smooth assisted power steering, electrically assisted. You got this really nice thick spoke leather wrapped steering wheel. It's a 3-spoke design, satin aluminum trim, leather wrapped airbag cover with the Genesis logo prominently in the center. Not really a flat bottom design, but it is a low profile design. You have multi-function controls on the left and right hand side. Everything over here is basically audio controls. You got your mode for your speakers, volume up and down, seek and scan favorites, and of course your voice command controls, and your downshift paddle. And then over here on the right hand side, this is basically all of your menu controls and cruise controls. So you have your trip computer menu, you can cycle through the menus here and press that button for OK. This is all your cruise controls here, as well as play, pause, resume, accelerate. So here's how that works. This is your lane keep assist button here. This is your distance follower for the adaptive cruise. And this is your cruise control set. And this is your accelerate, decelerate, pause, and resume. And of course you also have your upshift paddle. Really nice features here. This knurled edge on the turn signal stalk and headlight stalk is actually a really nice touch. It feels really good. One really cool feature, I didn't notice this until just now, the modes are actually illuminated. So at night you can tell what mode your headlights are in. And of course it's also your turn signals and your flash to pass. And then over here is your wiper washer control and the controls for your rear wiper washer as well. Taking a look at the instrument panel, the gauge cluster is actually very interesting. First of all, you have this analog style gauge over here, reads to 160 miles per hour. It's your speedometer. It's all aluminum in the needle except for the end. It's a red or orange pointer. Then of course you have your fuel gauge in the same style. That looks like it's lifted right out of a Bentley. It looks absolutely amazing, especially in this price point. The rest of this here is actually a screen. Even though that has a chrome ring around it, this tachometer is actually digitally imaged. And of course you have your image in the middle as well. We're going to go through all that. One really cool feature though I like is your lane change assist cameras. So in the direction that you're indicated, you have a mirror camera and it shows the image in your blind spot. Alrighty, moving over the top of the dash, as you can see, it's a very low profile. It's all leather wrapped, soft touch, feels really good. Got this gigantic touchscreen display that looks to be floating. It looks like it could actually pop up and down, but it doesn't. It's fixed in place, but as you can see, it's a gigantic screen. It's a large display here. It reacts very well to touch. We'll go to home here. As you can see, it looks really good. Crisp, clear graphics. You've got excellent response. This, of course, is equipped with HD radio, navigation, also has Apple CarPlay, Google Android Auto, AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, anything that you could possibly want. And by placing the vehicle in reverse, it does display 3 different cameras, or 2 different cameras, and the map. So you have your backup camera, top-down 360, and the map. You can also do a virtual look around your car using the cameras and a digitally imaged vehicle. Shows you a 360 degree, any way you want to look at it, menu. Really, really cool. Alright, moving down, you have your start-stop button here with the knurled finish. It's got a glass top. That aluminum comes all the way down and goes the entire width of the dash, framing the almost invisible air vents. This right here is actually a fingerprint sensor where you can actually program your fingerprint, and if you forget your key, fingerprint identity is how you can start your vehicle. Climate controls here, you have auto, off, and defroster, and of course you have individual settings for driver and passenger comfort. One thing I don't like about this is the old school LCD digital font. It should be more or less like what this screen here is showing. Yes, that is a screen. And of course you have your heated seats. And of course ventilated seats. And this is all haptic feedback here. You can also set your climate positions here. Fan speed. Heated steering wheel control, AC control, recirculate, rear defroster, and you can sync the driver and passenger. Down here you have a piano grid here with hotkeys. So you got your map, nav, your favorites, hazard flashers, radio, media, and setup. And it's really nice, almost like a driver oriented. It's canted a little bit to the left. And then down the center console you have your drive mode select, parking sensors, and your parking camera. You have your volume and power switch on this neural tone wheel. And you have your tune button here, back, home, and menu hotkey. This is just so you can scroll through your display and you can make selections hands-free. And then you have your auto hold and then your really nice shifter. It's got this neural finish and a glass top here. It looks really, really good. Inside this little cover, you have wireless charging and USB charge ports, dual front cup holders, padded center armrest, opens up to reveal storage and a power point. Rear passenger controls for the front seat. Overall, I'd say the interior of the GV70 is an absolutely amazing place to be. Looks to be about double the price point of what the vehicle actually is. Overhead, we have a frameless automatic dimming rearview mirror. You've got 3-channel home link universal garage door opener. Over here on the overhead console, a very nice console. You have overhead lighting, and this textured light here looks really, really good. Then, of course, you have touch-sensitive buttons for your front reading lights. And, of course, you have your sunroof operation. Dome override and SOS, and in this panel here is sunglasses holder. Sun visors, pretty standard, cloth padded. They do feature illuminated vanity mirrors. The light is in the ceiling, and of course they swing out and they slide out on extension rails. High adjustable seat belts and overhead assist handles. Alright, let's take a look at the rear seat now. Rear seat passenger space is actually pretty nice considering the sloping roofline here. But let's take a look at the door panel first. Exactly like the front doors, you have high quality leather materials, accent stitching, this really neat texture here. Satin silver with door speakers, of course that same textured aluminum finish. Your window buttons and power locks. More speakers for the Lexicon system. You've also got this really nice manually retracting window shade here. And up here you have a satin silver coat hook. Down here in the entry well you have your Genesis badge, seat recliner and folder lever there, and the seats do seat 3 across. It is a 60-40 split folding rear seat back with high adjustable head restraints on all passenger seating areas, reclining seat backs, And of course, it also has that same leather and sport cloth. In the center, you have a fold-down center armrest. It's padded. It does feature dual cup holders here. Overhead, you do have assist handles, overhead reading lights, and coat hooks integrated into the ceiling, as well as the silver ones on the doorpost. Seat back mat pockets in both the backs of the driver and passenger seat, and the ability to move the passenger seat forward for more legroom. On the passenger side only. You can't do that to the driver's side, obviously. Rear seat passengers do have their own positional air vents, but they do not have climate controls back here. They do have this storage space, and you have two USB charge ports, USB Type A, and 115 volt, 150 watt household style AC outlet. Alrighty, and folding the seats is actually very easy. Just lift up on this lever, and the seat back folds flat. It does lock in place, so you do have to lift it to unlock it. But as you can see, you do have your top tether and anchors for child seats, and flat access to the rear cargo area. Alrighty, there are multiple ways to open the liftgate in this vehicle. You can press the liftgate release button on the lower driver's side instrument panel on the left-hand side. You can also use the press button just below the base of the rear wiper. Pretty nicely located spot there, if you ask me. You can also press and hold the liftgate button on the key fob. But my favorite way is the smart liftgate feature, which as you approach the vehicle, once you get into its surrounding area, it opens automatically. You don't have to kick under the bumper or anything, it just opens. Really cool. And inside we find a very nice flat cargo area. It does have a reversible mat here. LED lighting back here, tie down hooks, seat back release. You have a privacy cover here. It's also removable. You do have some speakers back here. This is the accessory pack here. 12 volt power point, more tie downs, a small little storage cubby there. You have hidden storage in here, and your spare tire with jack and tools. This is all the owner's manual stuff in this really nice presentation box. And if you want more storage space, you can just locate these levers here, drop the seat backs, and you have additional cargo space. And if you want to close the liftgate, just press this button here. Alrighty, that does conclude our in-depth walk-around look at the brand new Genesis GV70. We hope you found the review informative. If you did like it, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews. or our Instagram channel at BrentsoJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.